Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Ilonzeh, and I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. You should check it out. We're talking about some things, some big things. Actual things, okay? No, but I had a great time. Everyone is super dope. I love Melissa and Jason and Giovanni. You're all right, too. I don't know. You might be a little... He's not open enough, okay? We're trying to get him a little open with his thing. But yeah, check it out, please. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy digging deeper into intimate things such as sexuality.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
Your boy Giovanni. Hola.
Okay, and we have Annie in the building, and she's getting a call. I don't know if this is her man or who this is calling her.
Oh, God, this is...
Do you need to take that call?
This is part of the roster.
This is Bay number 2.
Bay number 2.
Okay, yeah. Bay number 2.
I fucking
okay.
love her.
Starting 5.
Now, I wanted to say your last name, but none of us know how the fuck to pronounce it. Is that it?
It's so easy.
Ilonzeh.
Yeah.
Ilonzeh.
Yeah. Ilonzeh. But you can say Ilonzeh if you really
want.
Well,
why can't so you're Ilonzeh fix your life.
Ilonzeh.
Why do I have to be a
Okay, listen.
Do not put me over there.
So listen, I met Annie at the premiere, not in person. I was sitting in a chair watching the movie All Eyez on Me at the new film you were in, playing Kadada Jones,
amazing.
the beautiful Kadada Jones.
Thank you.
I've met your father, by the way.
You met my dad?
Quincy at Puff's house. Long story. Anyway, had a good time, but I really got to know her over the weekend. Once at Roscoe's.
Chicken and waffles.
At like 3 a.m.
That's the best time to bond is over chicken and waffles at 3. For sure.
The best way to bond is to enjoy your own BET experience.
Oh my God.
So I started the show.
We straight had our own BET experience. It started in the Loge.
Yes.
We were like, this is not happening.
Okay.
This
for all the niggas listening, the Loge is the lobby.
The Loge is the high risers, like the nosebleeds.
This brother
isn't
said
it?
Oh,
like
that's where we were, the Loge.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where,
okay.
Isn't that where it started?
Well, no, it started in the lobby. Okay, I'm in the lobby. Let me set the scene.
Claudia had a hot dog.
I had a glass of vodka. Claudia had a hot dog. I'm sitting there. They're dressed. Her and Claudia Jordan dressed beautifully. I have my little suit on. I'm there. I have a gray ticket. Everybody walking in the floor has a black ticket. So clearly, I ain't going to wherever the gray area is.
No. You don't want to be in the gray area.
Y'all were standing there. Claudia was eating a hot dog, and you guys had some tickets that were in areas other than where we deserve.
Other than the black tickets. We had yellow tickets. And when we saw everyone with the black tickets, we were like,
the black ticket.
So something happened. Okay. So something happened with the talent tickets at the last minute where everybody's tickets got fucked up, right? So you don't want to go and start dropping, hey, I'm Jason from so and so. This is Andy from so and so. This is Clyde, because we black as black people at the door. Y'all know who we are.
Why do we have to drop? You know what I mean?
So you get to tell the story from where we left, from the downstairs to the lows to the seats.
We bring some guy over. We bring some guy over who works for BT, and we're like, look. This is unacceptable. We are not in there. That's the problem. We should be in there. And he's like, all right, I got you guys. Okay. I'm like, please, sir, just really hook us up. Cause I mean, this is embarrassing. And Claudia was like, no, there's no fucking way that I'm going to be up in these seats right now in the Loge and someone take a picture and say, I got better seats than Claudia Jordan. She's like, that happened to me before.
So pay attention to how she describes the roles, because first she's just like, this is unacceptable. And Claudia is the one that's being aggressive. Roles are going to reverse at some point.
Yes.
Because I didn't know Annie. And then I was like, okay, she's going to get us put in jail.
Yeah. Oh my God. So Claudia's like, no. So the guy's like, let me take y'all to VIP. Claudia's like, I'm not going to VIP. Is VIP downstairs? It's not downstairs.
Right.
But he's like, it's upstairs. So we start going upstairs to VIP. He's like, look, there's catering, there's drinks. You're going to love it. I'm like, Claudia, just chill. Just follow him, okay? We got him on our team. So we're going upstairs. We go into these suites, quotes around suites, where there's supposed to be catering and a bar and everything.
Because he definitely makes it all sound complimentary.
He made it sound beautiful. Like there was a beautiful bar and hot food.
Why would we want to be on the floor with
Why
this
do you want to be with the peasants?
Exactly.
Go to VIP.
Yeah.
Where you're. So we go up there. It was dark. It was cold. There were 3 lonely looking ass seats. We were like, okay, where's the drinks? Where are the drinks? So he played us. There was nothing there.
Damn,
So we sit in these seats And then 3 people come up
No,
talking
so
about.
we're contemplating like, okay, these aren't that bad, right? So me and Annie were like, we're not happy, but we're kind of like, okay,
we're
fuck it.
so upset.
We're
All of us
okay,
have
like,
our arms crossed.
fuck it, but we're sitting there. And then 3 people come with their tickets. 3 white people at the BET Awards. Right? Am I lying?
Yeah, no.
And they're like, excuse me, y'all niggas are in our seat. They
These
didn't
are
say
our
that.
seats. These are our seats.
So
They thought, though.
So I look at Claudia, I look at him, I'm like, okay, what do we do? So
Your faces were priceless. You would just be like,
because at this point, I will tell you, there is a lot of shame that comes over you if people find out you're being a scammer.
yeah, that you're just seat hopping. You know what I mean? You can't see. We can't.
Your
seat
film is
hop
in
at
theater.
the BET
You're
Awards.
in the number 3 movie in the country at the time. You are in theaters right now.
Right now, airing.
Claudia is a housewife with no husband. I am in love with no hip hop. And we are moving around like some fucking seat fillers.
Right.
Because this nigga done told us that we were going to VIP where drinks were being charged. Okay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I saw a seat filler in the front row, just basically reclined like this, belly fupa over here, shoes off. And I'm like, see, that's why I don't go to the motherfucking BET Awards
So everybody
anymore.
was at the BET Awards except Giovanni.
wait.
No, I
Wait.
wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't doing it.
Listen.
So
y'all
y'all
weren't
doing it to
there.
myself.
If you thought that was the end of our journey, it gets better.
That's part 1. That's act 1. Okay.
Act 1.
Cut to commercial break.
So we collude and get courage to move it back downstairs.
yeah.
Claudia's like, I've had enough with people trying to fucking help us. We got this, okay? No. How do you spell no? What does that mean? we can't. How do you
Y'all
spell
had a
that?
football huddle up like, on 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So one of Floyd's
brought it
staff calls his publicist and says, "Hey, Jason's having a hard time. Take him your credentials." So the publicist comes and gives me the credentials. So I say, "Why don't I just act like I'm your publicist and break through the floor door and figure it out?" So Claudia's like, what does Claudia say?
Claudia's like, yeah, let's do it.
Put your head down, just walk and ignore them no matter how loud they scream your name.
And she was like, all you got to do, hello, we're supposed to be there. You
Act
just
like
got to
you're
act like you're supposed to be there, you know? So you're like, Claudia, if they say anything to me, I am running. And I'm like,
With a hot dog in her hand.
okay. By this time, the hot dog's gone.
Okay,
I
got
had
it.
gotten a hot dog. You had gotten a hot dog.
We had eaten hot dogs.
hot dogs, so we had enough energy now to play.
Yeah.
So now we're in second quarter. We're second quarter now. We're losing. So we see the entrance. You got the decal around your neck.
I do.
We're ready to go.
I do.
Claudia is like ready to come out the
Claudia's
gate.
in front and she's like, fuck this. Claudia thugged it out. Annie's thug number 2. I'm just a little bitch in the back. Like, this shit, we gonna get caught. And this is wrong. And so they start walking and the guy's like, hey. And Claudia and Annie are just walking and like they don't hear this nigga screaming.
Oh, I heard him and I go,
So I'm in the back. So he's like, hey. And I go, hey, he's calling us.
He goes, Claudia. Literally, I heard you go, Claudia. And I go, Claudia. And then I go, Jason, come on.
Stay to the plan, Jason.
So we
You
go
know
inside.
the plan.
So
So we get into where the black tickets are. So we're
in.
We're in.
Yes.
You got gray tickets. I've got yellow tickets, but we're in where the black tickets are. All right.
And I got a
Fourth
publicist badge with a white woman on it.
God.
But we're in.
Yeah.
quarter. So that's in second quarter. Third quarter now. Now we're standing in the aisles, right? And like,
Oh, no. We walk all the way to the front row first. So you know, the
You're
BET Awards-
tripping.
You going OD now.
No, listen.
We got
these
braids.
motherfuckers right here, because I'm sitting here saying, oh, God, now you know goddamn well I ain't supposed to be doing this bullshit. But I'm following Annie and
if
Claudia.
we get caught, like it's over. Do you know how embarrassing that is? It's over. Well, yeah,
We
saw
walked
all
to
them with no
the
tickets.
front row, but you know why we did it?
Escorted out.
Because Floyd was up there.
No.
Oh.
Hey, how are you, French? Hey, Deborah Lee. We just communicating with our peers.
Yeah.
We're saying hi to everybody with no tickets.
Is this before the show
with,
or while the
with
show's?
tickets in the nosebleeds?
Shows in the mid. Show is it's a commercial break.
Okay.
So we're just waving all our friends and say hello.
Then they say 30 seconds, 30
You like,
seconds. And we're like, oh shit, we ain't got no seats. We're saying hi to everybody and we are in these aisles right now. 30 seconds, where do we go sit? You know, like, what do we do? So we like turn around and we're just like, running back.
Seats.
We're like, seats, 3 seats. And 3 seat fillers are standing up and the lady goes, ma'am, do y'all? And I said, yep.
So now roles switch. I'm still the bitch. Claudia is kind of the bitch, and she done took control of the whole situation.
Tired. She's tired. So she hands me.
This is stressful.
Yeah.
This is stressful.
She hands me the alley oop, and I'm like, all right, this is fourth quarter now. This is fourth quarter. We were
Is the
sitting
score
there.
the score's tied?
It's tied now, and it's time to win. You know, we've had enough playing, you know, with the team back and forth. I'm like, this is retarded. So I stand up, and a woman's like, come on, go sit down. You're a seat filler, right? And I go,
I am right now.
No, listen. So Claudia and I are sitting there, and I go, what the fuck is your friend doing over there? She's like going off on the woman. Claudia's like, oh yeah, she don't take no shit. We'll be kicked out in 5 minutes.
Claudia was like, you were about to go off, huh? Because she goes, this woman goes, you need to sit down and calm down. That is gonna make me act up even more. So I go, what? You know, and then she does one of those and walks off. I said, okay, cool. We're good. I'm gonna take it now. I'm ready to play. So we sit back down one more time.
Yeah, we do.
We get up and I see
Wait,
a girl.
mind you, the fans in front of us are actually taking video on their Snapchats and secretly filming us in their videos.
Oh my God. The girl sitting next to me is like, Annie, I really enjoyed you in All Eyes on Me. And I'm like,
With the humble hand.
Mind you, we're in the back of the room next to the camera.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
We're
every
way
time
in the
that
back.
Leslie comes out and says, hey, so-and-so, Queen Latifah, we can't see Queen Latifah because the cameras are right there. So we
Yeah.
just like,
yeah, or half of the stage. We literally can see just like this little section right here. So we're just like, this is still miserable. So during commercial break, I see this woman. I'm like, she's on the team. I go and I talk to her and I'm like, we're talent and where are our seats? I'm talent. She's like, oh yeah, I know you are. Aren't you in section 104? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say Section 8.
Yeah. Look, I hope it doesn't come down to that. No offense.
Right.
But so, yeah, I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, where are your tickets? Let me look. I'm like, my publicist has them, you know? I don't know. And she's like,
she's acting at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Very
and
well, by the
Jason's
way.
like,
No, because I'm looking at Claudia like, this is, because really I'm terrified. Y'all gonna hear how scared I was in a minute. So we
long
get,
story short, I get this woman to take us down to where our seats are.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, look, we're talent. And like someone has taken our seats and we need to be down there. So on the next commercial break, they come over and they're like, and they walk us down and we're going past the 7th row and then the 6th and then the 4th and then the 3rd. And we land at the 3rd row.
Center.
And I'm like, yep.
Camera seats.
Yes. And he goes, seat fillers. And they just stand up. They all rise and float out.
Now remind you, I know Floyd is in here somewhere and he know damn well that ain't my seat.
Right.
And then I remember we had just walked down this aisle. Remember I told you when we first came, we had walked up. Deborah Lee was somewhere in this area. Well,
Yeah.
Deborah Lee's now on stage. So I'm thinking, are we sitting in Deborah Lee's seat?
Yeah,
Oh,
so we get sat.
Deborah Lee, for people who aren't listening, is the chairman. This is the #1 dog at BET.
Yeah.
She's not here anymore, but she's now on stage. And I know Deborah Lee was in this area. Are we sitting in her seats?
We're sitting comfortably. Now there was like who do we see? Chance was up
Yeah,
there.
Chance the
something.
rapper.
She comes back on, gives him the humanitarian award. We're like loving life. Just
All eyes on Deborah Lee.
all eyes on her. We're everything is perfect now. Everything is perfect. Then all of a sudden he's like, Deborah Lee was sitting here. We are in Annie. We are in Deborah Lee's seats. I'm like, we are not in Deborah Lee's seats. He's like, these were seat fillers that stood up, right? I'm like, yeah, seat fillers stood up. He's like, I know, and I know for a fact. I came over and said hi to Deborah Lee. She was sitting. We're in Deborah Lee's
He's
seats.
hyperventilating because
No,
you got the.
I'm terrified.
Because you drank all the vodka.
No, I'm sober the fuck
Okay.
up right now because we're in camera seats. We
We're
are
in camera
watching the
seats.
chairman of BET giving the humanitarian award to Chance, and
Is she
everybody.
about to be right back?
And
And
Michelle Obama had just come on
And
the
Michelle
screen.
Obama had just been on the screen. Black
Saying
greatness
hi
at its
Deborah
best.
Lee and hi Chance the Rapper. So he
No,
is
what
freaking
Michelle
out.
Obama said is, "Bitch, they done took your seats."
Yeah, he
That's what she
was
said.
so convinced. You knew it.
No, I knew it.
You knew it.
And I said, if
if she comes over here,
No, I said if she walks stage right, I am getting up and running. I'm running down the fucking aisle. I swear to God. And you know
And we
what?
know
On my
Jason
mama's
don't run.
grave. Oh no, Jason's gonna run that day. I had really made up my mind. If she even turns that direction, I'm running.
Yeah.
your stance, you were like, he was one leg out the aisle because he was on the aisle
Right.
seat and she was on the aisle. So
Right.
if anyone would have got, you know what I mean, kicked
Yeah.
out, it would have been him. Now.
First.
So the pussy, the entire time would have got the boot. So he was one leg out the aisle, and I'm like, I know. I'm like, no, we are good. We are so good. I know.
She's very dismissive, like you're tripping.
And I'm like, quit it.
So she goes left first. Remember?
Deborah Lee?
Yes, she went stage
She did
left.
the left? Oh,
and they
that's
went
right,
on with
she
the show.
left.
Yeah.
And then
So
she came around.
So I get my phone and I'm texting like, okay. I happen to look up. No, Claudia went, look, and I looked
goes,
up.
she's coming.
Deborah Lee is walking across the stage with a group of people and coming down the steps for our fucking seat.
Oh my God.
Bitch, I said, I didn't know what to do because half of my, did I?
He was like this. So he's texting and Claudia's like, she coming. And he was like, but couldn't move.
Because half of my
Because then she
camera.
comes like this. She literally
And
comes for him and does a pump fake and goes right behind him and sits right behind him.
How did
She
you-
was in
Listen
row
to me.
4.
How'd you
Listen
feel?
to
Oh my God.
I-
So you pooped your pants for
half
sure.
of my body wanted to go. Half of your brain says, "Nigga, get the fuck out of here while you can." Before
Fight or flight.
because she's coming
Yes,
down
yes,
the
fight or
stairs.
flight.
yes.
She's coming down. Okay, y'all don't understand.
No, she's coming.
This is all her shit.
I know that. She's coming.
She's coming.
Yes.
So part
For
of me,
you, like she was looking at you, and I was like, "Oh
because
my
she
god,
was
I made a
sitting,
mistake."
she was sitting in the aisle seat. I
And she-
remember it because I
Yeah.
spoke to her.
and she's capable of giving the look of death. Like
Oh,
she would
yeah.
just, she would
Get
just do
the
this.
She's capable
And you know the
of
whole
snapping.
show is gonna
And-
watch you getting up, and it's just like.
Oh my God.
So I'm.
And we would not have got up with him. I think he knew that too. So,
so-
it just would have been all you.
So,
you know what I mean?
No, because I'd have been like,
Because we would not have got up.
I'd have been like, Claudia, Annie, y'all put me in Deborah's seat.
And
Miss Lee, I would have turned
just-
into an actor. But part of me said, just keep texting and just look down. But I was staring at her, and then she walked by me, and I said, Lord, now you know. This was some bullshit. I shouldn't have listened to a fucking Annie. They're laughing, like they're crying laughing.
I told you. I said I got
Damn, I
you.
wish I
I said I
could've
got
been there.
you.
I would've
And
loved to pay to
sweat
see you
beat
sweat.
instantly.
So I turned around. I'm like, hey, Miss Lee, how's the show? But anyway, that
And then
shit
Claudia
was.
turns around. Hi, I'm Claudia Jordan. And hi, I'm Annie Ilonzeh. She's from All Eyes on Me, and she's like, hi, okay. And we were all
Claudia
good.
turns around and starts telling her IMDb. I worked for you before, and I'm like, bitch,
Oh,
quit
gosh.
talking to her because we barely made it. And then,
You're still
then I went
scared.
from being terrified to getting calls from other celebrities saying I can't find a seat to now coordinating seat fillers getting out of their seats and giving them their seat.
That's
You're
hysterical.
like, Annie, who's your contact with the seat filler? You know, yeah. Then you really started just producing people. I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah,
we're really
good.
good.
So I go over to Floyd and he's like, yeah, I know you finessed your way up here. I'm like, you don't even understand the story.
Did
So
you
I had
have
to go
better seats than Floyd? Or was he in front row?
front row.
Was he front? Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh my
what a
God.
great experience.
That was really funny.
We
It was
shouldn't have to go through all that,
we
though, right?
shouldn't. We were tired.
I'm
Like,
exhausted for you right now. Just
Yeah.
listening to that story
Yeah.
and knowing how shit goes down at the awards.
and you know how it is. It's just
I wasn't gonna do it. I went
Listen,
to fucking
it's a
That
little
Katana.
just makes me
stinky.
want to work harder and harder on my craft so I won't have that problem.
that's what it did for us.
Okay, so
at least for me.
So we got you here. You're in the hottest movie out right now, All Eyes on Me. I went to the premiere. How did that movie come about? Like, how did you find out about the movie? What was the audition like? How did you get it?
I got an audition like any regular audition, and they were like, "This is the Tupac story, and you know you're going in as Kadada Jones." And did all my research at least just to figure out how to look like her and any stories that I could find on her and Pac, and then just went in. And it was like probably an hour, a year, at least like a year and a half process because they went through different directors. So I remember meeting one director, and
John
then-
Singleton?
No, I didn't meet him. It was
What was the list?
Carl, I think.
Okay, what was the list of directors before they settled on Benny? Because John Singleton is the one everybody knows.
John Singleton, Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas, the
The
singer.
singer?
No.
Okay, shit. Sorry.
Yeah, director. I believe that. No, or was it Carl Franklin? Carl
Okay,
Franklin.
yeah.
I think his name was Carl Franklin. Benny. Those are the only ones I know. I heard
What's the other guy
Fuqua?
name? Fuqua, Anthony Fuqua.
Yeah,
I
but
heard that.
I didn't-
Antoine
I think-
Fuqua.
Antoine,
yeah,
thank
Antoine
you.
Fuqua. But I think that was before John Singleton, or maybe after. I don't remember that part. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think John had it first, but I hadn't met him yet. And then, didn't go in for a while, and I thought I did well. And then all of a sudden they were like, hey, remember that project like months ago? You're going back in, and it's a producer session with the director. So LT was in there. And I'll never forget, LT was on his phone the entire time.
That sounds like LT.
Yeah, like I remember, to be honest, and look, LT, I love you. I love him very much. But he was on his phone the entire time. And I saw it for a second, then I was like, all right, get out of that.
Did it throw you off at
Hell
first?
yeah, that'll throw an
it
actor
does,
all the way
because
off.
in your mind, and this is just for whatever, anybody, in your mind, you're like, do you care?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you want to hire me? Or, because what's the deal? And I remember it was going off. Like, I could hear it, So I really was like,
Damn.
okay,
That's fucked up.
I have to back out of this just mentally, because this is like fucked up, And actually casting had called my manager and they apologized. They were like, wow, we are really, really sorry for that, because
Well, shout out to castings for doing that. They didn't
that was
have to-
really, really nice. Betty May Casting, they're amazing. So they called, and I remember being like, okay, that was really sweet. And then the next audition, the third audition, it was months later, and I don't remember if Carl was the director anymore. They didn't have a director now, and it was just LT and maybe another producer, and and a chemistry read with someone that they were saying wasn't Pac, but you're going to chemistry read with Pac, and I'm like,
What?
you normally chemistry read with whoever
person.
Is playing
the dude is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. And it was Demetrius, so
You walked in the room like, this motherfucker looks kind of like Pac.
Yeah, I walked in the room.
They should think about hiring him.
I was like, do y'all know that he looks like Pac and he would be great for this role? So I walked in and he was Pac, and I knew it, and we bonded, and I remember LT was like, you kissed him in the audition and in the chemistry read, and after we saw that, we were like, that's our girl.
Dope.
So you just kissed him off the energy or the vibe of the read, or just
It was in the
it was in the side
original,
Gotcha.
in the original sides that I had, but not the chemistry ones, But it was just
Organic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
He kissed you back.
yeah. I was gonna make sure that we had that chemistry. Like, if there's one thing that I know how to do, I know how to do men.
Well,
Me too.
We should.
Me too.
Yes, you do. That conversation
I do.
that we had in Miami, where
Well, now the audience is going to want to know about that. But we'll get to that in a second.
We'll go.
Okay.
We'll
So
get
when
there.
you kissed him, if he would have had bad breath, do you think you could have went through with it for the sake of the movie, or
Yes.
would you have been like, nigga, tic tac it down first?
For the sake of the, I would have went through it for the audition, for the chemistry read, because that's easy. You know what I mean? But during the movie, if he did, which he didn't, I would have said something for sure. I would have been like,
I don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah.
She is hardcore.
Yeah.
So we're in Miami. It's
Yeah.
ABFF weekend, and we're having dinner. And I don't know how the conversation got to, sexual fetishes and shitting and pissing on people. But
Shit that I like to talk about.
but that's basic. But that's
Why is
basic.
he looking at
no,
me
but
so
that's
crazy
basically
right now?
Annie's cutoff point. Everything before that is literally, let's go.
do
I'm
not
like,
shit on me. That's not happening. Like,
and that's her-
metaphorically,
that's her rule.
Physically, mentally, I don't give a shit. Don't shit on me.
pun.
No puns intended. I don't give a shit.
We had an interview here once with Elizabeth Ruiz, who had the sex tape with Von Miller. And we had talked about Peter Nygaard, who allegedly flies women to a private island to shit on him. Would you have shitted on him for $1 million or $100,000 or a Ferrari or something that would benefit your bank account?
$10. I mean,
What,
you know.
$10?
10, no. 10, hell no.
$10, it would be
For
dis-
You're not getting shit on though. You're the one doing
yeah,
the
if I
shitting.
do, but I don't want to do it for $10.
No, but
I would do it.
10,000.
No.
If
Not
it-
even for 10 grand.
100 racks you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I would eat
Definitely.
good that day, huh?
Yeah.
Lots of
I
kale.
mean, especially if it's tax free. Now, if it's not tax free, if it's tax free, yes. If I'm only getting 50,000 back, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
50,000 is not that bad for just a little shit because you're going to shit anyway.
Yeah, but
Got
then
more than
what?
that. Life falls all over. Right.
Okay, so now that we're talking about things that come out of the ass, let's talk about things that go in. So if a man, because Giovanni likes his ass eaten, he tells our
do?
guests regularly.
Yeah, I love my girl.
Would you ever
Okay.
eat a guy's ass yourself?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me some.
She is gangster.
I'm not kidding you. Anything. Look,
I'm sitting at the table clutching my fucking pearls when
Why?
she's talking.
You know you don't lick an ass.
I
What's your
have
sign?
not.
Virgo.
Okay.
Are you a
I have
Virgo?
not.
Capricorn.
Okay.
Okay, so what happened at the table? ABFF, you're out there
No,
talking
it
reckless.
was literally
You
just,
haven't done any ass stuff. I remember you saying that at the
Nope.
No, she
Exit
hasn't. She
only.
hasn't done any ass
no
activity.
ass
I don't
play.
believe that.
No, hand to God.
That's what she was
No
saying?
ass play.
You don't believe it?
No ass play.
I believe her.
No.
Wait, you've never had any ass play like
No.
like not just no tongue, no fingers.
Well, okay. There's been a tongue in my ass.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I can't even look at you the same way.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's like a sister. Like I don't want to know.
Yeah, like when Melissa said, I'm like, ugh, but when you say, I'm like, oh. So it's like a big difference. Yeah.
No, it was just literally like a private dinner. It was like me, her, Claudia, Chris Spencer, and my friend Miriam, and a couple of other
Chris.
people. Yeah, from ABFS.
Now I know your friend
Yeah.
Miriam's had a dick in her ass before.
She said yes.
Yeah.
Did she?
I
Actually, let me not speak for her because
Miriam had a big old Director X dick in her ass. Let's get on through it. This is
yeah,
Hollywood
him.
Unlocked Uncensored,
I
right?
don't know.
okay. I
so-
don't know either.
So you get the role. Have you back to the movie?
To Tupac movie.
No, the fourth audition though was the thing was then I thought after the chemistry read I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, all right, I know what the hell is going on. And it was months later and they were like, okay, the reason why you haven't heard anything is because there's a new director now and it's Benny Boom and he wants to Skype with you. And I'm like, Skype? Like, dude, what? What are we Skyping for?
Right.
You know? Come to find out he wanted to Skype because they were actually shooting. Like I had no idea that they were on set.
They started production.
Yeah, they started and they
Jesus.
still hadn't found Kadada. And when we were Skyping, I'm like, what is going on back there? What are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm on set right now. I'm like, on set of what? And he's like, All Eyez. And I'm like, you're on set right now Skyping me. Y'all haven't found Kadada. And he's like, no. I'm like, well, this sounds like you need me. So let's make this happen. I told him, I said, it's that same thing. I straight up was like, look, it's that Will Smith quote. I'll stay on the treadmill longer than anybody or I'll die.
I will literally die.
Or I will literally die trying. So whatever you want or need, I will bring.
Yeah, you do have some nice legs.
Thank you.
So you be running.
Did you?
I do. I
did
run
you
all the
ever?
time
Did you
for
ever
my
reach out to
sanity.
Kadada? Did you ever get a chance to talk to her?
We tried, but yeah, no.
She just wasn't receptive to it.
And I still think, she's not now.
Do you think because it was her relationship with Pac and that was just so personal for her, she didn't want to?
Absolutely. And I think, with the passing of Aaliyah as well, too, it's just a lot of heartache.
Yeah,
and I think it's something that if I were in the same position, I wouldn't want that to be dug up again. And, so, yeah.
I'm not up on game. Like, was she as critical of the movie as Jada was?
She hasn't spoken
She
out
hasn't
about
said
it.
anything? Okay.
Not a word.
So has Quincy Jones spoke out about it or anything?
No, I actually ran into him though after the awards. We went to Cat's. We went to Cat Graham's All Eyes on Me after party.
Oh, I
Claudia
didn't go.
and
You guys, yeah. She was there?
Yes.
Okay. He was there.
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, Cat was there. It was hers. He was there. He eventually ended up coming in, and I introduced myself, and I'd met him before. So I was like, I met you before, blah blah blah. And then I said, he said something about Kat. She's great, right? On stage. And I said, yeah, she is. So actually, we're in the same movie together. Also in All Eyes on Me. And he's like, yeah, okay. Just kind of not. And then I was like, yeah, I play your daughter. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And then he's like, wait, you play Kadada? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. And I said, I don't really know what the situation is, if it's how you guys actually feel about it. And he's like, no, look, honey, it's all good. No worries. He was like, Pac was like a brother to me. And I thought that was interesting
Not
that
a
he said
son.
brother.
Right.
Yeah. But I remember him saying that Pac was like a brother to me. And, we were actually shooting a movie, Pac and Snoop, before, or we were supposed to. We were in the middle of shooting right before he passed. So he was like, it's all good, baby. And I was like, okay, all right.
I personally didn't want to believe that Pac died because I loved Tupac so much. I loved Lee. I loved all of those people back then that were just dying out of nowhere. Do you think he's alive?
No, I don't. I would be surprised though if he was. I mean, that's crazy. Do you?
No.
No.
No, I don't think. No, not at all.
No.
I was born on the same
Like-
day that Elvis Presley died, and people always think he's alive. I'm like, yeah, there
Exactly.
couldn't be two kings in the world. I had to come, he had to go. I had to come, you know? So, okay, when I watched the movie, because LT's a friend of mine, and I was really trying to watch it with a critical eye. I looked at it like it was an amazing movie. I enjoyed it. I felt like though that were we following a storyline at all, because it felt like there was just a lot of recaps of a lot of moments in his life versus us following his relationship with his mom or his love life or
Here's what I felt like. It started, I don't want to spoiler alert it, but it started one way, with in jail, and there was narrating, and then it just really left. And to me, I didn't understand that, like the fall off. Just you
Because-
normally continue kind of the same
theme.
Yeah, you
Right.
continue that same tone, you know, like if it's a narration, I'm sure there have been movies where you stop.
No, the narration. If that is a very specific decision in
You know?
movies. If it is being narrated, it's all the way through.
I guess it wasn't narrated. Let me take that back. But it was interview style.
Yes.
Is what
And then as he was telling the story, it showed the story.
Then it would do
It's
flashbacks.
Pac telling the story. I'm sorry, I have not had a chance to see it. But
Well,
I
the
will.
story was actually turned into the narration.
The
movie
interviewing,
does, yeah.
the interviewing is what gives you the segue into like the scenes and the flashbacks.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden they just stop. I guess because he gets out of jail. But I personally would have somehow continued that. I think there's too many ways to try to tell this story, and there's so much to fit in such a short amount of time that it's really unfair.
And that's what I got. And let me just say again, I felt overall it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. I did. And I do feel like there was so much because even though he died at what, 25, 26?
Yeah,
25.
The fact that he died at 25,
Or 20.
right? Well, he was 25, 26.
Yeah.
25.
When he died, the movie just shows you how much he really accomplished in such a short time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
713 songs. That's
It's too
crazy.
hard. It's just too hard to put it into a movie, I think. Like that, they did New Edition in 3 parts. You know what I mean?
6 hour long if you put them together.
Yeah. Well, with commercial breaks. So,
Right.
how do you do Pac in 2 hours and 20 minutes?
Right.
You
Can't.
know?
You
You do
just do it-
Titanic. It's people on a boat. And that's almost 3 hours.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And after the fact, this is a person's life, like who's still basically living. It's really hard to do. So I think when you try to smash all of that into a movie and get a seamless kind of story,
It's hard.
Something's going to be
know
compromised.
where to start and where to begin. Yeah.
I can't remember the
But where
exact
it ends.
year. Did he die in 97?
96.
96. Okay. I remember, I think it was Summer Jam 1997. I was backstage in Mountain View and I met Afeni Shakur at the time, his mom. She was there and she came out to speak to like 30,000 people about her son or whatever. She followed 112. So, we were in the height of the East Coast, West Coast war. So everybody was like, you better not fucking talk to their mom. But the thing that I did love about the movie is that it did give us insight into the relationship that he had with his mom and how I just think inspirational she was as a single parent.
Yeah, I think not just, she was an inspiration obviously to him, but when I went back and watching the movie again, I was like, that should be an inspiration to all mothers, to all women too. The grace and the power and the passion that you have for your son, and not just your son, but like your community,
Right.
Like we have so many women now that don't stand up for each other and like our community. Like all we do is just shit on each other. A lot of us, especially black women. Why do we do that? Like we instantly go to the hate.
I don't know.
I will say,
no
I
idea.
didn't know that the woman who played his mother was the girl from Walking Dead.
Denai. She's amazing.
She was phenomenal.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
really embodied his mother.
Yeah, she goes in and she she kills every single scene. She's an intense, great actor.
Am I
And she's in Black Panther too.
Okay, so am I tripping? Which
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
that.
better work,
Black
girl.
Oh
Panther
my
would be-
god!
yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
tripping, or was there really an iPhone used in this movie?
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's a lot of controversy.
Right? Apparently, look, I didn't see it, and I've seen the movie now I think 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't pointed out to me when I had seen it, but I guess someone said a phone doesn't flash like that or didn't flash like that in the 90s.
I think in the 90s we had flip phones, right? We didn't
Yeah,
have.
but did
and,
they
and two-way
two-way
pagers,
pagers.
Did they not,
SkyTel.
Did they flash? Like, did phones flash?
The SkyTel two-way pager
Yes.
flash.
Because
Yes,
the
they
phone
did.
flashed, and I think that's what people are saying. I know for a fact, like being on that set,
You didn't
they
see
were
that.
so meticulous about details. I would come out in jeans that were maybe Jabot jeans, but they weren't FUBU or something. And LT instantly, nope, she cannot wear that. She
Well,
would
we know
not be
Carl
wearing
Kanai
that.
was heavy in the movie.
Yes,
Shout
right.
out to Carl
I mean,
Kanai.
yeah,
He was
shout
at the
out to
premiere
Carl
too.
Kanai. Yeah, he's great.
But what about a hookah? I just saw
Yeah.
something recently. 50 Cent has been a big critic of the movie. He's a big
right?
critic of everything that's not his. He came out and said that there was a hookah in the
They've
background.
been having
in the
hookah
club.
since the 18th century.
Did we?
Have
Where
they?
are the pictures though? I just want to see the pictures.
It's a
then.
screenshot
You know what I mean?
that is on
there
his
really is a
Instagram.
hookah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, then that's an oversight.
So,
You know
how,
what I
but how
mean?
much care is going into? So you're saying LT was making sure continuity was big.
Absolutely. LT was on that set like no other. And he'd be like, we're not shooting until you fix those shoes. She wouldn't have shoes like that. He wouldn't be wearing that. He should be in Carl
producing,
Kanai.
right.
You know, I mean, but you see a lot of producers that aren't necessarily hands-on like that,
He
you know,
is.
too.
His name was on
And that man was hands-on the entire time. He really wasn't in his seat.
So what do you think about the criticism that you all are getting from people like 50 Cent or John Singleton? Do you think it's just
to
hate?
Me, 50 Cent talks a lot of shit about anything, especially black projects. Like he talks so much shit about Empire. Why? Dude, at the end of the day, you know that we don't get our shit greenlit, period. Yeah. So I don't give a shit if you like it or not. Say you go talk
don't
that
say
shit.
nothing.
Yeah.
If you don't
do it to your
nice
friends, do it in private. But the fact that you have the following that you have, you are a black man out here, you know the struggle, and you know the fight that we all have in this industry, whether you are a musical artist, whether you are a thespian, whatever. The fact that you have the audacity to just shit on our community and our culture and like our projects, that's foul to me. So I don't listen to him, period.
So what do you say about Jada Pinkett, who's also been critical? Now, she may be a little different because she actually is portrayed in the film. Do you think there's a difference there in her criticism in saying that the recounts were probably not as accurate as they should have been?
I do think that there's probably a compromise that could have been made. You know what I mean? I think, look, if I go back and I'm like, if I had an intimate, passionate relationship with someone, whatever it is, but they're a loved one of mine and they pass, and then someone replicates it in a different way, and I know that didn't happen, I would probably be emotional too and have something to say.
The word on the street is that they tried numerous times to reach out, and it fell on deaf ears. I mean,
then I think it's
a little bit your responsibility. Yeah.
Period. I think she should have waited. I don't think that regardless if you have a message, like you had the opportunity, that's one. You knew that this was a movie, I think, I would like to say in the making. I mean, this movie was in the making for 10 years.
For a long time. Was it greenlit by the estate of Tupac?
Yeah, because Afeni was EP'd. Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's his story. Okay. But at the same time,
but LT had told me that Jada had cleared her. This was before all the controversy. I just said, hey, so Jada, he was telling me that Jada's relationship was going to be a part of the show. I had went to a advanced screening of just the super trailer in Vegas. They had that big mobile thing.
Yeah.
And I had said, wow, I'd never really heard, you hear and see pictures about the relationship with Jada Pinkett, but you don't know.
Yeah.
And I said, it was good to see that you're going to tell a story. And he said, yeah, we cleared it with Jada. So I don't know if he cleared every single scene, every single sentence, but do you think that Jada should have just remained silent, or should she have done whatever she felt she needed to do?
I think, again, going along with the black, us just not getting films greenlit that contain black actors, like that are majority black, and directors and producers too, to see that was like a movie for our community and like black people. I think she knows that we don't get enough of that. You could have waited maybe, because that was opening week, or weekend when it was said, and you've got a following. So if people listen, they're not going to go out and support that movie right away. And I think just off of support the movie, because black movies need more support more than ever, so we can get more greenlit after opening weekend, if you really are that troubled about it. But it didn't depict it in any kind of horrible way also. And this is a movie. There are certain things that you kind of have to mold different just for movie purposes.
Dramatic effect,
it's
exactly.
Cinema.
Well, so I remember when Wendy Williams was like in the midst of controversy doing the Aaliyah movie, and people were saying like it was all fucking wrong. It was Aaliyah, right? Or was it Aaliyah?
The Aaliyah movie,
yeah.
Okay. And her family had come out and said it was all wrong. I think what people could have done is create another black film and create your story, right? Tell your story. Let the content speak for itself. Then let the critics go, wait a minute, in this movie that's already passed, it said this. And then in Jada's movie, it says that. And let the critics create the controversy that just, I think, drives more marketing for both films,
So
right?
create two different ones.
Yeah. I mean, the reality.
why not?
Yeah, the reality of the situation is like, Jimi Hendrix. How many movies have been made on Jimi Hendrix's life? It's just like, exactly. There's the Beatles. Like, there's just so many, not Michael Jackson. Sorry, we're still trying to get that
we're
off.
still trying to get that.
How about we not hire a white actress or white
that was
actor
a
to
parody
portray
film.
him?
They just
but wait,
wasn't real.
I'm not, and let me be clear. I'm not saying create two films that are competing with each other at the same time. I'm saying that if Jada has this long-term relationship with Tupac, which she does, and she has her recollection of what that looks like, and maybe has letters or moments or whatever, create a Tupac film or TV story that tells that storyline. So that way, later, later.
Yeah.
So now the
She's
film.
got the option, but what if at the same time, what if she's like, that's something that I want to keep between me
then
and
don't comment on the movie and be critical of what is or isn't factual. Once you step out and say that didn't happen, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. Well, tell us what the fuck happened.
Exactly.
I want to know what happened. I want to know did Will and Jada? No. Well, I know
Did
Will
Pac-
and Jada are fucking.
Yeah.
Did Pac and Jada ever get it on?
that's what I want.
Like that's the vibe I got.
That's the vibe everybody has.
Well, that's the vibe everybody had before the movie.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
really makes them just great friends.
Could you imagine
know?
Jason's lyric with Jada Pinkett and Tupac fucking in that little field?
That would have been crazy.
That'd have been hot.
Yeah, in the
Very
store.
much.
I didn't know that Tupac was supposed to be in higher learning. I never knew that.
Oh, really?
I never knew that. Who ended up getting that role? I forgot.
I don't
It was
know.
Michael
Omar
Omar
Epps.
Epps.
Yeah.
Omar Epps. It's crazy.
I didn't even know he was
And a
in
skinny.
You want to
Yeah,
know a
Busta.
little fun fact here? I couldn't stand Tupac. You want to know why?
They gotta pay.
No. You want to know why? Because I watched Juice. I wasn't familiar with his music.
yeah.
Remember, I'm from Canada, people,
Yeah.
and I was young, so I wasn't familiar with his music. And so my first, kind of like understanding of Tupac was when he played Bishop in Juice.
Yeah.
And you hated him.
he
Yes.
was so goddamn
That's when you
good
do your
at
job.
being the villain.
Yes.
But you would
He
have
was
fucked
great.
him though.
No, I wanted to fuck Khalil Kane's character. What's his name? Raheem.
Yo, if they ever redo Juice, I'm definitely going in for Khalil. I'm gonna lose about
Please,
40 pounds.
no.
Wait, you
no.
were
Are they
you were
going
in love
to?
with Khalil?
No, asshole.
I'm just.
I said if
I
they
know.
ever
I thought
redo
that.
Juice,
I thought that
can
too.
play Khalil.
I said that's a bold statement. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I thought I heard it.
But
No, I said if they ever redo Juice,
You
I
heard
can
it
go
too.
in
I
as
definitely
Khalil. I
heard
said
it.
I can go in as Khalil.
no.
I bet
Playback.
you can
Playback
go
the shit.
in.
You'd have to lose a lot of weight.
I just
on.
said I have to lose 40 50 pounds.
Wait,
Oh, sorry,
I
my
just
bad.
said.
there's so much tea in this show. You
Anyway,
can go in Khalil.
Was Snoop Dogg, was that a voiceover? Or was that really old boy? Was
yes,
that a voiceover?
that was Snoop. Come on.
I know, but
Come
my
on.
first
There's
reaction.
no one that sounds like
no,
Snoop
listen,
out there.
my first reaction in the movie theater, my first time seeing it, the theater went crazy because I was like, yo, this dude is a dope ass impersonist. Like, that's what I really thought. I'm not going to lie.
How?
Because it's
Way? How did you think that?
Because I do a lot of impersonations and people do sound like,
Really?
yeah. And I was high.
Well, I knew that it was Snoop. It sounds like Snoop. There's only one Snoop.
Yeah,
There's
but there's
only one
Listen,
Snoop.
that don't make me try to feel beneath for
Like
thinking something.
you're like, don't make me feel stupid.
Do a Snoop impression
I
right
can't
now.
do Snoop, cuz. Hold on, cuz.
No.
No.
I just said I can't.
You were
do.
warming up. You were getting there.
Yeah, come on.
They love to shoot me down
You're
on
close.
this show.
I don't
see.
shoot you down.
Anyway,
I was trying to bring
I had
you
a,
up.
I had.
Keep going.
Thank you, baby.
I only
I had a real question.
I get accused of shooting him down. The only thing I ever shoot him down are all the sexual advances, the talking about my mouth and my lips and the shit that's just so super
Ooh,
gay.
Pause.
Yeah. Actually, I had this new gold grill. I don't know. I think my lips have been a little dry lately. Okay, so before All Eyes on Me, what were you in? Like, what else? Where have people
General
seen?
Hospital.
Yeah, that's what started everything was GH.
Yeah.
Well, really, I started doing commercials, like a ton of
You have
commercials.
a very commercial look.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
So you
So
know
I did.
Lamar Morris?
Yeah, you do.
No.
Huh?
No, I don't.
You
no, I
can do it.
don't. I
totally
wish
do.
you were the casting director every time I went out
got
for a
you.
motherfucking national.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because those will buy your house.
Yeah.
They will buy a house for you, which is
Yes.
what they did. Yeah, I started doing commercials, and then I did General Hospital. From there, I went to Charlie's Angels and other, things here and there. But the bigger things, or more, I guess, known TV shows: Person of Interest, Empire,
Graceland.
Graceland.
What was you on?
yeah.
I love Empire. What was you on there?
The reporter that
That's
was
right.
following Lucius.
Can I just?
Oh shit! I was at the crib like, who the fuck is that? That was you.
That was me. That was me.
Did you enjoy kissing me on camera?
I did. I loved
I love
kissing
you.
I love. Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
That's
So
a
annoyed
good
by
one.
it. No, that he gets that one down because
that's a
between
good one.
between him, D-Ray, and what's his nigga name?
Jay
Terrence.
Farrell?
Terrence Howard.
Oh, Terrence
Terrence
Howard.
Howard.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
D-Ray and
No. I just
No, there'd
You
only be
paused,
light skin,
my
green
bad.
eye.
I said you do D-Ray.
no. But yeah, you were
Quit.
really
Don't
doing
ask
that.
Gio if he likes D. So okay, so General Hospital. That's like a super grueling like schedule, right?
Yeah. Like, you'll get your new scripts. You'll get, I guess, the script kind of 2 days or 1 day before, or maybe you'll get the scene right then and you got to redo the, relearn your lines like within 15 minutes or something like
Okay,
that.
so Empire. This has been the first time I've ever looked at a show and said
Love
I
that
want to
show.
be an actor. And
Really?
because I was thinking, but I want to act. I want to play myself, the blogger
Yes.
in the show, but be evil,
totally should.
vindictive. I'm trying.
They
I'm
need
talking
that.
to people. I know we're
Yeah?
talking.
Okay,
So
good.
so here's my
That would be
question.
great.
This is my only dilemma. I can't really remember shit. Like
I can't remember lines.
I've been listening to Wild Thoughts all weekend. All I know is
Wow.
you want to see me naked, Wild Thoughts, and diamonds are always shining. That's all I remember. I don't even remember the fucking song.
So you mean to tell me if you hear songs like
Yes. A million
you
times
cannot, you're not the person that's like,
singing along.
Right.
No. I know the beats. I used to be really good. Like I know like karaoke songs, shit I've sung. Like I know all that shit from the 90s and
Yeah.
2000s. This new shit, I don't really remember. I can't.
It's the alcohol, bro.
you
not the
You
alcohol.
can remember lines though. I feel like you can. But if you're going to play yourself, you probably, just need.
Just to understand
yeah.
this
But
situation.
what's so funny, a lot of
Keywords.
people can't play themselves, which
Yeah, I know.
is funny.
I
Yeah,
think I'd
they
be able to
couldn't-
play myself better than I would be able to play another character.
I played myself.
Like if they give me lines like, okay, you have to tell her that she's beautiful and you want to eat her pussy. I'm gonna be like, first after I throw up, I'd be like, that's not happening.
Well, see, you got to be an actor. You
gotta
got
be an
to
actor.
want.
I want a
eat
love
that.
scene with Jesse.
Oh,
He's my friend. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend. Yeah. He got money now. So I saw him at the
hella
awards. I'm
cute.
like, yo, he has really good clothes on and he has really
Yes.
good hair now.
His
Really
hair
good
wasn't
hair
good
now.
before.
I mean, he didn't have no money. He didn't even have a
He
car.
had like that cute, good hair,
Nah.
curly hair.
He looked like this one right over there.
I thought he looked like this the entire time.
Yeah, he could go like 3 weeks
He's
without a
cute.
barber.
Jesse's good. He's good people though. Okay, so what's coming up now? Now that you've done this big film, the pressure's on.
The pressure is on. No, I always have pressure on myself, just me, no matter what. So it's always been there. But I'm doing this movie, or I just wrapped a movie called Till Death Do Us Part. It's with Taye Diggs and Stephen Bishop.
Nice.
And that'll be out in September. And it was an offer, and they just came to me. And when I read the script, I was like, well, this is an offer. And yeah, I've got time. You know
Is
what I
that
mean?
the-
Like right away.
Is that the movie where Taye Diggs is wearing wigs and putting his ass out on Instagram and all that gay shit?
Fuck no, that's not the.
You saw it though, right?
Movie
You
is
haven't
that?
seen it?
No, I really
Brokeback
haven't
Mountain
seen that.
2?
Ask Claudia.
What?
One day, me and Claudia are coming out of Warwick, right? This is
Yeah.
after I had wrapped season 1 of Love and Hip Hop and it's airing or whatever. And I come out of Warwick with Claudia and Taye Diggs is walking by. He's like, yo, Jason Lee. And I'm like, you know me? And he starts telling me, yeah, when you did this and that. So I was like, oh, well, I like Taye Diggs. And then I don't know what's going on Instagram. His ass has been out a lot. He's been having these different color wigs on. So I don't know what's happening.
I just know I've never seen that. All I know is I saw him on what was that, lip sync battle?
Yes.
And he had, the Madonna cones on the
Can't
onesie.
do it. I can't
And
do it.
You couldn't dress up like a woman?
Man, Channing Tatum,
bold.
Tay, like
Your boy
I
Wayne
couldn't-
Brady?
Wayne, I just couldn't do it.
Why?
But see, I like to dress up as a dude.
It's different.
So
I just couldn't do it.
Why?
really,
It doesn't
just
make you gay, does it?
I just can't do it.
So if you put on a dress, you would feel out of place.
but why do we have to make it all weird? Like, why really though? Why does it have to be
I
weird?
don't know. It's just I couldn't do it. I don't know. I just
See,
couldn't
this
do
is
it.
where I'm like, I
See,
must
that's
be
where you
too
fail
open.
as an actor, Giovanni. You ain't fucking committed.
No, that's different. That's
you.
I mean, for a role, it's different. But I'm talking about on stage singing around and
Well, that was for a role.
That's a
So
role.
Tay was wearing it for a role.
I hope so. I don't know.
Oh,
I-
you
I-
talking about
I
lip
know
sync
what I
battle
know
right now? I'm
about-
confused. I thought we were talking about lip sync.
all
battle.
of it. All of it could
It's
be an act. It
performing.
could all be performing.
It's
Why
performance
not
art.
though? Like, why wouldn't a dude want to put heels on just for a second? Really,
I wear
want to
size
know.
13 shoes, so my foot's too big.
You've never wanted to dress
Let
up
me
like
tell
a
you
girl.
something. I said this on, first of all, watch your mouth. On this show, this show, I actually said there was a year that my friends, we were all trying to figure out what costumes we were going to wear. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to go as Medea. Because I thought it would be funny. I went all day buying the entire costume.
Yes.
I made all my friends leave my house because this was the moment I had to do with myself. So I put the fucking costume on. I'm
The
looking in the
bra.
mirror. Didn't even have I just had on this big ass Medea dress. I had the wig. I had I looked at myself in the mirror. I go, nah, nigga, we're not doing that.
So you had the wig and the dress,
Everything.
and heels,
Everything.
but no bra. You didn't
Listen,
have bra.
I didn't put the heels on
Did
because
you have girl panties?
I didn't have none of that. I had boxes
You have
on.
to wear the undergarments.
No,
too.
let me tell you this.
You do. Otherwise,
Yes.
it's just not
please,
real.
Please stop trying to emasculate me. I looked at myself in the
being so
mirror and I said, even though I'm going to West Hollywood, even though it's Halloween, and even though this shit is funny, hell no, I'm from Stockton. I can't do it.
So you took off your heels, your dress, and your wig.
Everything.
You had a moment,
I
a
didn't even
Viola
put the-
Davis moment.
I didn't even put the heels on. Now that I think about it, I didn't have heels. I had flats. But either way,
Medea wouldn't have been in flats.
Medea would not.
She would have been in
Medea
kitten
didn't wear
heels.
heels.
Yeah.
She was in kitten heels.
and she would have had a thong on and a
Well,
bra.
listen.
Garters.
The whole nine. Pantyhose.
Speaking of Medea, did you see at the BET Awards when Leslie Jones took a shot at Medea and called him a woman?
What?
You mean Tyler Perry?
What?
Tyler
How
Perry,
am I
Tyler
missing
Perry.
all this?
Oh, you got to go back and watch it. She was like, there were two women, so and so, a woman, and Tyler Perry. Yeah, and everybody was like,
Oh,
I
shit.
think we were probably terrified that we were getting ready to get kicked out.
Yeah.
So you guys weren't focused.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered the shit and piss and all the typical recklessness that we ask all of our guests, and we got a little bit into anal play.
Yes, just a little bit. Just the tip. Just the tip.
You're a mess. I actually
More
feel
than
like
the
we
tip.
need to get through one show without talking about playing with somebody's ass.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not with the two of you.
Especially with
beautiful
Gio on the
hole.
show. Yeah, it's a beautiful hole.
Beautiful hole.
Okay, so we talked about pissing. You would be okay if a person pissed on you in the shower.
Absolutely.
So that was part of our conversation at the dinner table. Because that is appropriate dinner table conversation.
Of course.
And it came up because
And were you guys at Prime 112?
no, we were at Mr. Chow's in the W Hotel
Can you at
in
least
Miami.
choose a filthy place to have this filthy conversation?
Like where?
No,
Roscoe's?
it was super.
Right.
It was super upscale and shit, and shit. No, but the conversation came about because somehow, some way, we got on the subject of the fact that we both like to hold our man's penis while he pees,
Yeah.
My girl loved doing that shit.
and people
All
think I'm
girls
weird
love
for
that.
wanting to do that shit.
No.
I
And then you were
this-
like, I want to
I had a bunch of girls shame me for that
write
shit.
my name and letters and stuff. And I was
writing
like,
the stuff.
yeah, I love doing stuff like
so
that.
do you wipe his ass when he shits?
No. Well, hold
He's not a
on,
baby.
Annie.
No,
No,
that's
okay.
I don't deal with shit in any way. Period. I'll deal
what-
with the whole.
That's her cutoff point.
Yeah, I'll deal with the whole. Not the
So
Everything before that is a-okay.
everything before.
So when a man is pissing, you will come behind him and just hold it while he's peeing to make sure for proper aiming, or is
it's
it
fun.
Yeah,
My
we
girl
don't
would come
have
up from the
that
side
part.
of me and put her and start like writing in the toilet and with her tongue out her mouth like a little ass kid.
Yeah.
She think it's the funniest thing ever.
Okay. Little ass kids are not holding dicks and
You know what I
spelling in
mean.
the toilet.
Exactly.
You know
But
what
we
I
get
mean.
giddy like a kid in a candy
Thank
store, and
you.
we're like, "Oh my god, let me hold it! Come on, babe."
Would
let
you
me
suck a
hold
man's
it."
dick right after he pees? Like directly after?
Did he wipe?
We don't
What?
wipe. We shake. We don't wipe.
Can we wash it off with a cloth?
Have you ever done a blumpkin?
What's that?
That's when you giving head while a man's taking a shit.
No, I told
See,
you I
shit
don't
is
deal
not her
with
thing.
shit.
Listen, if she had if she had an allergic reaction and just had a lot of nasal passage blockage, she could get through that
The
like a
shit
trooper.
is not her thing.
No, the shit is when it's too far. It's too far. I'm not doing that. Everything else I'm doing.
Okay, but question,
every
Annie.
single thing.
Is there a size of penis that you're just like, you won't even bother?
Small.
Yes, yeah.
Not
That's
doing it.
hilarious.
but he have 13
doing it.
inches and like 6 inches girth.
It's only fun holding onto a big dick while
No,
it's
that's
peeing.
that's like a oversized trunk. That's a trunk. Well, how am I going to sit on that?
Wait,
How
what?
the hell am I going
Dude, you
to
are crazy,
put that in my
dog.
mouth? How am I
Okay.
going to sit on that?
Okay, but he could put at least 9 inches in. Is that
Yeah,
too?
9 inches is nice.
9 is great.
Yeah,
That's
it's perfect.
for me because that's 10 inches.
Wait,
Stop
for you.
putting yourself into the
I'm
conversation.
I'm talking.
please.
I'm talking about.
I'm 10 inches.
No, you're
hold
not.
on. I'm talking
No.
about taking 9 inches, and all I hear you say, "Well, me," and I'm
Yeah.
wondering.
No, I'm
It's
10
if
inches.
he's gonna take it.
No, I'm 10 inches.
You've measured it.
Yes.
With a ruler.
Yes.
Because see, guys do this too, where y'all will be like, I'm 10 inches, but really with a rular, it's like 8.
No, I'm
You know what I mean?
Or
10
7
inches.
and a
It's-
half.
Yeah. Like at least bigger.
I'm
Y'all
very proud of
think-
that.
I don't believe you.
You would never find that. Well,
You,
I'll
you
pictures
don't have
online.
big dick swag.
You got,
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of pictures sent to me. And I'm like, ugh. How many people have you met online? Have you been on Tinder?
yes.
She's been on Tinder. What has your Tinder experience been like?
Not good.
Yeah.
For sure. I like black guys too. And there's a lot of white guys on Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, the
Left,
black guys are on
left.
Grindr.
See? And I would kind of low key do Grinder, but that's,
But they're not- that's not your
can't.
community.
Right.
Would you have
Yeah.
sex with a bisexual man?
I probably have.
No, but an openly bisexual. He's like, I asked Melissa.
So like a Frank Ocean. Isn't he open? Isn't he bisexual and
Yeah.
open? I think he
Yes.
is. Frank
No,
Ocean?
he likes men.
Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah, but I thought he liked women too.
Did he?
Nah, he slung him on him,
okay,
but
so
he didn't
he's
like
just
him.
Maybe
okay,
that
okay.
softened the blow. No
Pilot
pun
Jane,
intended.
that was the nigga.
I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would right now. I don't think I could be in a long-term relationship with that, but look, if you love it, I probably would love it too.
So you believe in sexual fluidity? Because clearly I can feel that
Yeah.
vibe. I believe the same thing. Okay, so you're in a relationship with a guy. You have you're into open relationships.
Yes.
So if he says, "I'm gonna just go get a dick every Wednesday night with the guys," and you're gonna have
Damn.
whatever you like, Could he be fucking another man?
Or would you want a top?
No.
You want the top. If you're dating a bisexual guy, he would have to be the top.
I don't think
The
no,
giver.
I couldn't date him, but I could have sex with one.
Oh,
yeah. But
okay.
I don't think I could date him. That's
Okay.
I'm not trying to compete like that.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah.
It's like
now we're competing with other genders,
You
and I
know,
can't
it's
keep
too
up
much.
because there's parts that
Too
I don't
fucking
have.
much. Thank you.
And if you really like that, I can't give it
cock
to you.
and balls.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen.
I can't offer
some
that.
people,
You know?
some
You
people,
can't do it.
Some people are alcoholics and sit at home and drink every night. Some people like to go out and get a drink once in a while. So I don't
It's
think
not
you
the
should
same
fault. I
fucking
don't
thing.
think you should fault the man because he wants a cocktail once in a while.
Look, I'm not gonna fault him. I'm just not gonna date him.
Got it.
But I'll maybe play with him for a little bit. You know, I'll play with you like they play with you. But there's only so much I can do.
Got it.
Yeah, but I'll play around for sure.
So, have you ever had any open relationship stories that have just gone left, of when it's just gone wrong?
Back in the day, my girlfriend and I, she was my best friend. She's still my best friend, but we're like childhood best friends. We were all messing around with our guys, but in the same bed. But she was with hers and I was with mine. And then all of a sudden she says that she's like, I want so-and-so to fuck me. And it was my dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name. And the next thing I know, he's fucking my best friend. And I'm watching them do this. And
In the bed?
in the bed.
So wait, hold on.
So
What's
there's
happening
another
with
guy.
her man? Yeah.
So he's there and I'm like,
And you guys are twiddling.
yeah,
each
and they're
other's
best
thumbs.
friends, the guys.
Yeah.
Right? Too. So I get on top of him, but not on top yet. I'm just over him, you know what I mean? Straddling him. And I'm about to sit on it, basically. I can say whatever, right?
Yes, anything you want.
Wait. Okay, so you're on top.
And you're about to sit on it.
and you're
I'm
about
on
to sit
top
on
and
it.
I'm playing. I like, I'm kissing him. He's playing with me a little bit, and I'm about to sit on it. Cause also I'm watching my man like
Fuck your
my
friend.
best friend,
Yeah.
and she's like saying his name, and I'm like, no.
Wait, is
Let me come over here.
So
you know
is
what
this
I
your
mean?
boyfriend, or is this like
Yes, this is my boyfriend.
What
This
y'all
was
doing?
like my first or second boyfriend of all time.
Okay.
You know? And we
And did you give them permission to fuck?
No, it was just all this just happened. Like
Were y'all drunk?
not really.
Okay,
Yeah,
damn,
all
that's
this
the
just
worst.
really kind of happened. Damn, that's the worst. Yeah, when you're sober, you don't want to like see that soberly. You know what I mean? And they're like really smacking, and I'm like, this is not cool. I mean, whatever. So I'm about to, and he like hits my leg, like, you better not sit on that.
Just like a nigga. That's what
I
I'm talking
was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you joking?" So I didn't.
Wait, you just bounced. Were you bouncing on the dick, or were you just?
We're getting there.
No, yeah, I was trying to, and he punches my leg. Like, don't you do it? And I didn't. And then I remember being like, "This is not
Really
cool.
unfulfilled.
He's an MVP.
Unfulfilled, right?
He's MVP.
Is he? Because there's part 2.
Okay.
So we're done with that. I don't know what happened. I don't remember how it stopped. I tell him later, like the next day we wake up and I'm like,
That wasn't
hoping that
cool.
was a dream,
Right.
a nightmare. And I'm like, oh, this really happened. So I told him, I was like, I'm gonna call him Sam. Sam. I can't get this visual out of my head. I cannot get this visual out of my head. Like, this is not cool. And I said, I need to fuck your friend. I have to fuck your friend. Like, that's the only way that this can be even. And
Did he say okay?
he was like, no. And I was like, I will fuck your friend. I'm serious.
Damn,
And
you
then
savage.
every man in the world just fell in love with Annie.
And so, long story short, we go over there like days later or whatever, and we're playing poker. I think strip poker. I don't know. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bedroom. I told my boyfriend that. I told Sam, I was like, and his real name's not Sam. I told Sam, I was like, I'm gonna go to the bedroom and you follow me, and then you tell your friend to follow after you. So he's like, no. And I'm like, So anyway, he follows me and we're messing around, me and my boyfriend, and then his friend comes in and I fucked his friend.
Yo,
Did your
Gio, calm down.
Wait, did your
Calm
relationship
down.
I just
For
have
a little
go
bit.
ahead.
did
Go
your
ahead.
relationship survive that? Like, how
No,
was
we're not together now.
was you broke up because of that?
No. We broke up way later.
But what was the ride home? No pun intended.
I'm just hold on before you go. there, I'm just thinking
yeah.
about being as I have a girlfriend,
Right.
Okay, and I can't fathom
The thoughts.
seeing my boy coming in and saying, all right, dog, see you in a minute, homie.
Yeah.
Like, that would just fuck me
My
up.
boyfriend was still in there.
Oh.
You made
and
him watch.
Okay, so
You're my spirit animal.
So
You're my
back to my
fucking
que-
spirit animal.
back to my question.
But then I stopped it.
What was the
so
ride
nobody,
home like?
I really don't remember, but I do remember we were even. You know what I mean? Like we were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there was no like. For some reason, it just worked out. Now I was younger, but it worked out for some reason. I don't remember what the ride home was like though.
So what are the rules for dating in an open relationship? Because I feel like, I was in a relationship once where I said, listen, the only 3 rules that I have is don't lie to me, don't cheat on me, and don't steal from me.
Yes.
That's it.
Those are my
right?
3 too.
That's very fair rules.
Those are mine. Mm-hmm.
Everything else, we can fucking deal with it. But
Yep.
don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. This motherfucker lied, cheated, and stole in the same week.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I was just like, I felt like retribution. I'm going to fuck everything I can.
Oh, so you were damaged so
Because
bad.
I came in really saying, okay, I'm going to give this real singular relationship a try. And I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to stop calling people back. I'm just going to really focus. And then the person lied, cheated, and stole in the same week because I was out of town working. You work too much. I'm always left alone, but you don't work and I pay for everything. So, yeah. So then I just fucked everything I could.
That's
Ever
hilarious.
For 3 years. I kept them around for 3 years.
I'm sorry, because I'm still thinking about this.
Of course
When I
you
tell
are.
you it was a damaged relationship that ended very badly. But
That scarred you. Are you still scarred?
well, it didn't really scar. It didn't scar me. But what it did was it made me start to become a little bit more open to. Okay, well, let's just have really clear communication. If you want to be in an open relationship, let's do that.
Yes.
But I always find people that don't want to share because they don't want. I feel like they don't want to share because somebody else could come in.
They're afraid of competition.
Competition.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's out there though. Like my thing is, like I was saying earlier, there's 7 billion people on this world. I mean, on this earth, 7+ billion. On Earth. How the hell am I supposed to be with one person? Like, how am I supposed to do that? We're all like, I'm not supposed to acknowledge that someone else is attractive. I'm not supposed to acknowledge that like we have this crazy connection. When you meet someone and you just have that crazy connection
Every
and you're
Tuesday
like,
night in West Hollywood.
okay, and you're just like, what is that? Like, we come from the same stardust, really, and I'm being serious. And so knowing that we are all connected in that form, I just don't think that you can negate connection like that on a physical, on a chemical, on an emotional level and be like, no, because now you're suppressing this weird feeling and you're just like, why am I doing that?
Well, I keep
Why?
trying to tell people the reason why I'm a proponent of open relationships is that being with somebody else doesn't mean the person you're with isn't enough. It's just that I
Exactly.
really feel like as a man and as a Leo man, I feel like we're animalistic anyway. And I feel like to fall into like the social norm of having to be restricted to one person is because that's the way everybody says it's supposed to be.
Yes, who came up with that? My whole thing is I didn't come up with that. I was told that.
Right.
So now I'm going to write my own future, do you know? And
Yeah.
like someone said that and we've been doing it and we've been censoring ourselves. Like everything is always bad or everything is always no. Everything is always a censor. We like lose imagination and we lose vibrancy and our connections with people and we get more inward, Like as kids, we love everyone. We kiss girls, we kiss boys, we hug,
See, Gio,
we're
I told
so
you can
loving
kiss a
and
man and it'll
open.
be all right.
I actually have
Yeah.
the answer to this. The
Gio didn't even respond to me.
No, he's
Yeah, he just
he's
turned
looking at
away.
her with lust in his fucking
I'm
eyes.
not.
That's what's happening.
I just want to know if the friends are still friends.
She
If
just
they
said
are?
they're childhood friends.
No.
Oh, the boys.
The guys.
I don't know. I don't talk to
I mean,
them.
the guys have no reason to. Oh, you mean because he had sex with his friend's girlfriend?
Yeah.
And looked at him do it.
But they were friends afterwards. They were friends after. So
What were we gonna say, Melissa?
I was gonna say I have a definition for the origin of monogamy. Do you want to hear it?
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Monogamy evolved in humans when low-ranking males changed tack from competing with the higher-ranked rivals to revealing their more caring side to potential suitors.
I didn't understand none of that shit.
I didn't either.
Because I would. Okay, so now
It developed further by the evolution of female choice and high fidelity.
Let me summarize what that says.
Okay.
So
So-
apparently women have been the ones that have encouraged fidelity because of our gestation process, pregnancy, et cetera, et cetera. We can't spread our seed like they do. We pick a mate and biologically we choose by way of our senses, strongest one being nose. Have you ever met a motherfucker that was every fucking thing, but you couldn't stand the way he fucking smelled?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
And it doesn't even have to smell bad. It's just the smell
Yeah.
is like,
But you know what's
I've
sad?
smelled people and been like,
you know whose
you
fault?
smell weird.
You know whose fault it is that women get cheated on?
Us.
Women.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because
I don't agree with that.
Let me tell you why. Let me just make my case.
I've cheated on some motherfuckers.
But let me tell you, of course, you've slutted around somewhere.
Shut up.
We would not use that same word in the vicinity of the same name as Melissa
You
Ford.
slut shamed me just now.
Whatever, slut. Okay, listen. So here's why it's a woman's fault. One, God gave you better instincts than anybody. You know when a man ain't shit, and you know when a man is cheating. That's number one. But you never trust him because you always want to believe in the motherfucker that ain't shit anyway. The second thing is that if you understand men, and you probably know us better than we know ourselves, men are like animals. They can't wait to stick their dick in something. It's just, I don't even know what that is. Gay, straight, even Caitlin's dick. The point is that you already know a man better than a man knows himself, but yet you still sit at home and wait for that picket fence to be built. Why?
Listen,
why not just go from the school of thought
we've been told that.
But that's the thing. Why can't we just go from the school of thought of we should fuck who we want to fuck as long as we're safe and responsible? We should have fun until this ride we're on is over.
But we're not being taught that. Women are taught to domesticate. Or to be these domestic
June
beings,
Cleaver.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like from early beginnings when you get, the doll and like you're supposed to take care of the doll like a baby and all this shit. And I'm like, what is that? And men, and little boys are not taught that. Y'all are outside acting a fool and getting dirty and
sucking each other's dick and all that. When you're younger.
yeah.
A lot of my friends that are straight, they won't admit it, but they tell me privately. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
they've had
Well, when
contact.
little
They've had
boys, they're
some-
curious.
Yeah.
It's just like curious. Literally, is just that word. You're just curious. It
Geo.
doesn't mean like gay curious. It just
Geo.
means you're
'Cause
curious.
you just want to stick it in a hole.
Gio,
don't know.
Have you ever been involved in a circle jerk?
The fuck is that?
A circle jerk is when a bunch of guys are sitting around in circles and everybody's like jerking the guy off right next to them.
It's not gay, bro.
I've never even heard of that.
You've never heard of circle jerking?
Not at all. You just make that shit up, right?
No, it's
No,
really
it's
real.
ice.
It's real.
That's a thing.
I've never
I am
heard
brilliant,
that.
but I'm not that brilliant.
I've never heard of that.
Circle jerk.
I'm from Gary, Indiana. We don't.
They circle
participate in
jerk.
things like that.
Oh please,
Michael
Gary's
Jackson.
doing it too.
Michael Jackson's from Gary, Indiana. Not gonna disrespect the dead homie, but
The dead homie.
niggas that circle jerk really in Gary, Indiana.
I'm not gonna lie, that
Our
shit's
circle
hilarious.
jerking, please. It doesn't stop. There's no boundaries to that.
I wonder what kind of contract goes into a circle jerk. There's a celebrity who I won't say, but he was at Puffy's party. I'll tell you at break. Who I know was involved in a circle jerk because there's another celebrity that was in that circle jerk circle.
I think I know who you're talking
I
about.
think the thing about a circle jerk is you have to really take an oath that we gonna jerk this thing to the grave.
I mean,
We
like,
not
is it
gonna
done
tell
in
nobody.
unison? Are you all supposed to come together?
Well, I don't think you
Like,
jack.
what is it?
I don't think you
Does-
jack.
And
up
everybody's
in a
got
way.
like different strokes.
the two guys
Different
start,
strokes for different
and
folks.
Then, 3 and then 4. Like, is it added or is it like,
Like,
all
no,
right,
when seats
we're all
and shit.
kumbaya and we're chilling?
It starts like this. Yo, who wants to smoke a blunt?
Okay.
Then everybody's high. Then it's just like, oh shit, your hand
Your
touched my
pants
dick.
are off.
Okay, well fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's all just do this real quick.
You seen this
Okay.
shit happen for real?
Yeah, have you
No,
seen it?
I don't.
He's
no,
orchestrated it.
no. First of all, I think circle jerks are fucking irritating. Okay, because once
Why?
you
You've
come,
never done one.
once you come, you're not gonna want to jerk nobody else off because once men
So
are done
everyone has
fucking,
to
they
come
are
at the
done.
same time.
At that point, now you're gay.
Now you got one nigga in the room who's used to quickies. Now he done come. The whole vibe is off. Circle jerking and become a square jerk. Yeah, I'm not in the octagon anymore. I'm out of it.
So, do you think that a guy can mess? I don't think that a guy messing around with another guy means he's gay.
I don't believe that either, but Gio does.
Wait, what?
Mama named him Cassius. I'm
She
gonna call him
said
Cassius.
she doesn't believe a man that has sex with another man
It
or
wasn't
is messing around
Cassius.
is automatically gay. Let me say what I feel and then you tell me if you agree. I believe as human beings, we should evolve into sexual exploration enough to see what satisfies us. So whether it's because you know where your G spot is, it's all the way up in that ass.
It is.
And if
The guys do know this, right?
I think
Guys,
they know.
Some are in denial.
Yes, I know.
A lot are in denial.
I think they know it, but I think the only time they allow it to be pleasure is when a big piece of shit is coming out, or if they have their own private dildo that they hide from their girlfriend. But whatever. I think there's
Or
a
if
lot.
they let the girl do it.
I asked her if she would put a dildo in a guy's ass if she'd be able to fuck him again. She said no, but she said she would strap it on and fuck him one time to say she
be
did
done
it.
And then
with
I
him.
would never want to see him again.
That's so.
I wouldn't be able to
I've done
deal.
that.
I wouldn't be able to deal.
You've done it.
I suspect you have anal
wait.
beads and strap-ons at your house.
Can you guys stop? She just
I
said
don't have
she
anal
fucked a
beads,
guy
though.
with a strap on. I need the details.
Okay.
You don't have to say the name. Tell me the story. How do you go from hey baby, do you want steak or chicken to can I fuck you with this thing real quick?
Was it his idea?
It's you transition into it. At first we would role play a lot. So then we went to the sex store and we got a dildo, and I think it was for me, maybe like to use on me. But it came with a strap, and so at a certain point we role played enough to where I wanted to be the guy, and so I put on the strap one day and.
You got some strong legs and hips, I'm sure. So that thrust action probably pretty easy for you.
I get spell vibes from you.
Yeah, I got.
I feel like I'd get exhausted. I'm like, how do niggas do this?
Okay, you're asking the wrong question. So when you're fucking him, is he moaning or is it just like really quiet because he's thinking what you're thinking and you're just?
I think the first time I did it, pump. I didn't have a strap on. You know what I mean?
What did you have?
Just the dildo in my hand. Okay. You know what I mean? And just was chilling like that. I think maybe like the third time or something, I wanted to do it how you.
But did it turn you on more?
Mm-hmm. It did.
The third time with that guy or a third guy?
No, I think I've only done it with that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he liked it
with a strap on. I've done other things.
That is some porn I'd really like to see.
Like ramming them?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Just respect. When people wanted me to slow down, I slowed down.
What is that conversation? Like, yo, slow. Oh no, I just came.
Yes, you just did it. You just did it, and it's just that. It's just like that. So
do your quiet storm voice.
Transition. Listen, you just said.
No, we're not transitioning nowhere.
Listen, when people say to me, because
why? That's a hole. Like to me, any hole is able to be touched. What? No, I'm serious. So I'm serious.
You can get your nostrils touched with a dick if you want.
Listen. Everybody at this table's had a dick on their face at one point in time. So here's the deal. I think that when people have to get comfortable,
that's your last time you trying to emasculate me on this show.
Suck a dick.
That's your last time.
I think what people have to really, no, seriously, and all jokes aside, I think what people have to be able to start to do is understand that like sexual exploration is a normal thing.
Yes.
My friends always say, "Oh, that's that Hollywood shit." Every city I go to, y'all, I don't know if y'all don't know me like this. I can't sleep in the bed by myself. I have nightmares.
That about you.
So I have friends in different cities who will come over. Sometimes we just spend a night. Sometimes it's more than that.
Cuddle.
Shout out to my Uber driver. I fucked in Miami my last trip. It was a really hot situation. Colombian. Long story short,
when he doesn't speak
Colombians.
Yeah, he doesn't speak English, so we text through this translator app. But anyway, I think that I feel like hilarious. When people say to me all the time, like, why do you like straight guys? I get a thrill out of watching straight guys have their first experience.
So how do you know?
Well, because I start with the mindset that everybody is interested in exploring their sexuality.
I think that too, though.
They just are afraid to explain it. They're afraid to express it. So you just got to set the right mood. Maybe we're on a jet. Maybe we're in Vegas. Maybe we're somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe we're in an Uber car.
Yeah.
Typically, yeah. And one motherfucker didn't speak English, so I text. You know how you could text your driver after they drop you off because you lost something?
You did not do that.
Yeah, I did for sure.
So you said lost item.
No, I said text me. I forgot to tell you something, and then he texted me, and then I told him what I had to tell him.
And you said what? Come over.
I'm going to live in an hour. Come back.
And he literally came back.
Absolutely.
And that was his first experience, or no?
It seemed like it was, but we couldn't really communicate.
But we couldn't talk. There was a language barrier.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Okay. Oh, you had one of those.
Yeah, I'm real random like
Ay,
that.
papi.
I love Spanish. Like I said,
you
do.
Dominicans,
you do.
That's his thing.
You really love Spanish.
Yeah. So back to your ex getting fucked with a dildo. Could you still see him the same way after you fucked him?
Yeah, I did. Okay. I did. At the time, I never thought it was anything like weird.
No judgy.
Yeah,
no judgment
I
zone.
was just like,
how did he describe?
Hungry?
How did he describe the orgasm?
Don't tell me he came.
Yeah, he did.
Of course, your G spot is in your rectum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is what we should do.
It's not crazy though. I think why we've been told for not even since we've been on this earth, but prior to hundreds of years prior to that, it's weird. It's not weird. It's there for a reason. Like that is your anatomy. So if you want to say your anatomy is weird, then that's what's weird.
No,
to
I don't
me,
think the anatomy. I don't think your guy put a prostate up there for it to get milked like that.
Okay, so hold on. So why don't this is what?
Well, I don't think that's. Is that your prostate or is that your G spot?
Well, prostate.
The prostate.
But, okay.
So this is what we should do. We should have a urologist come here and demonstrate on you where your G spot is. for the
First of
audience.
all, no, I'm not authorizing that. We are not exploring Jill's G-spot on the show.
He could bring a graph. He could bring a graph.
But
and
we do have. You
point.
said your gynecologist wanted to come on here and tell the world the insides of your vagina. I think he would know
He's
the
the
insides of
best.
an asshole, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure
Okay, so
he
let's ask
probably
him.
knows some stuff.
And I do think. I mean, you did admit that you would eat a pussy on the show.
No, I
if we
did
brought,
not.
If we brought a fake
I
vagina.
was, but my grandmother watches this show, and I cannot do that to my grandmother.
Tell her not to watch that particular
Right.
episode.
I can't not do that.
We'll do an extra episode that we don't promote.
Secret. It's like the hidden track.
Okay.
You got to have a hidden track on an album. It'll be the hidden track.
They don't even do that no more. So,
So
we ain't
if
doing
we
it.
had to educate and encourage Melissa Ford to just try a dildo up one guy's ass,
Well, first we have to get her to try it up her ass first.
that's
Damn.
She also doesn't do it.
That part.
She
Yeah.
doesn't. You got to become an ass person to enjoy someone else's.
Let me tell you something.
You got to know who you are to know where you're going.
Let me tell you something. Okay, I was in this dude's bathroom and I found a T-shirt hanging on the fucking back of the door. It said "ass, the new vagina." I ran out the fucking house, and that was it. Plus the anal beads I found in his drawer. I ran for my life.
I
No,
love
but
anal.
here's the kicker.
Come on, my
Here's the
girl.
kicker. 3 years later, meet a girlfriend who's now like a very close friend. We get into this conversation. She was like, "Were they purple?" I was like, she was like, "Those were mine." I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh, so they weren't his.
they could have.
No,
been.
they were for him. They were for him. She had just left them in his drawer.
But listen,
I didn't know
if
guys
he,
put those up their butt.
Okay, I don't know about ass being the new vagina, but that's pretty interesting.
I've had anal sex with a woman one time.
Your girlfriend.
I actually take that back. I haven't done it with my girlfriend, but it was in between relationships. I did, and that shit felt amazing.
So you liked it.
I loved it. She was a champ,
So that's
and I could tell like she liked to get in her ass fucked because it was very clean.
most people do. So now that you've had that
Sorry,
experience,
Grandma.
now that you've had that experience, you do realize.
Here you come.
No. I'm not gonna play on the more gay shit because I think the whole audience already knows the details. What I was gonna say is now the only difference between fucking her in her ass and fucking a guy in his ass is that it's a guy. That's the only difference. So the thing that removes the experience of how great it felt is that you don't
Gender.
feel it's appropriate.
Listen,
And that to me is a mental thing. In a way.
I'm gonna get you some ass one day, and you gonna tell everybody in the world how I changed your
I
life.
ain't nothing like a woman.
Well, speaking from somebody that's had both, there's truth in that. There is nothing like a woman, and I can tell you there's
And
nothing
there's no
like a
shade
man.
to anybody.
Yeah.
She could tell you there's nothing like a man. She'll
Yeah.
tell you that she's never had a woman, so there's nothing like a man. I mean, we all,
Pretty much.
you know, let's get your ass played with Gio.
You need to.
So when you get married,
I'm serious.
do you want to get married? Do you see yourself getting married one day?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe in marriage for me. My
Man,
parents
listen
are
to
still
this-
together.
Man, listen to this girl over here.
Jamie Foxx doesn't
You
either.
know, my parents are still together 37 years, so I believe in it, you know, and I know that it exists, and I believe what that union is. Like, I want somebody like that, that's loyal like that, you know, and like into a relationship that is just that deep. But I think that if it's that deep, I want to be open with the person
But wait,
and
have
be
you-
able to explore.
But have you asked your parents how 37 years happened with no openness? I'm assuming.
Yeah, no.
So-
No, they are like mega traditional.
Okay.
Mega traditional. Like my dad doesn't even cuss. Like he's never said a cuss
Fuck.
word in his
Wow.
life. Okay, holy shit.
Jesus.
Yes.
Do not send them this link.
Yeah,
do,
I know.
Do you want children?
No, not really. I have
God,
4
she's
younger
just turning
sisters.
into every man's dream.
I mean, here's the thing too. I have 4 younger sisters. So there's a part of me that really I want to look after them for the rest of my life, you know? And like that to me is my level of selflessness. I don't think I could be that selfless having my own kids. I'm too
You know,
selfish for
I
that.
just
I
said,
say the same thing.
So
You know,
people ask
yeah.
because now that I've reached 40, I'm knocking on the door 2 months away, or like a month away. The idea of having two mini-me's running around, a male and a female, is amazing because I feel like it's like Gremlins. Get the motherfucker wet and just ruin the world with the best shit in the world. Okay. So part of me thinks I just referred to my kids as Gremlins.
Yes, you did.
Part of me thinks like, damn, I really do want kids, but I also know how like selfish I am with my career right now, how selfish I am with getting on a plane and going away and being just living freely. And so I'm past the whole pressure of I have to do this because my family wants it, or I have to do this because, Like Oprah, she doesn't want kids. She doesn't want to get married, and she's fucking running the world.
Leave
Yeah.
her money to charities and shit.
Yeah, I think that there's other duties, and
ain't
I
doing
think
that.
you know, so many people are like, oh, some people are like, they look at, especially a woman that says they don't want kids, like how sad, you know, like
Sad
they feel sorry for you,
or how selfish. They're just like
you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And here's my take on that. I think yes, as a woman, you almost have a duty to, because we have that nurturing side that's just not embedded in a man, and I think, you know, we should hone in on that and use it, but I think that there's other
doesn't
kind of
necessarily
mothers,
have to be
you know?
our own progeny.
I think I have 4 younger sisters. I would love to be a great aunt. I would love to be a great godmother. I would love to be a great stepmother even to,
I'm working
you
on
know,
that.
other kids, adopt even. But I don't think that your one duty is to have the child necessarily from your vagina. Like, what? There's other forms of mother that you can be, and there are kids out there, even if you volunteer, there are kids out there that don't have a mother figure. So as long as I'm a mother figure, you know, I think then my life will have purpose.
And I think
I want that.
I
for
think
sure.
the one thing that could fulfill me though in the space of having kids is just really relaunching my foundation and doing a lot of good work and creating programs where I have kids that I'm mentoring or
a
that are
father
going,
figure.
you know.
So to me, it's about that.
But to wake up every day, got to wipe your nose, got to put food in you, got to make sure you get to school, make
You
sure you
don't
gotta
die and
make
shit.
sure you
Yeah.
because you understand,
Yeah.
like you have a daughter, right? Your daughter's what, 14 now?
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine the fear of your kid being away from you. You know, that number one. Number two, I think about like with my mom and just with parents in general, your kids grow up and it's like they just leave. Like that separation anxiety would really fuck me up if my kid
the
just
empty nest
after
syndrome,
18 years
yeah.
and now you're just off into the world. But
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I love being a
want
father,
that.
man. I had my daughter at 16, so coming up, it was extremely hard. But
God.
I'm really obsessed with what's the
Are you
proper-
grabbing your breast? What's going on?
He is. He's feeling his nipple right now.
What's the proper word? Procreation, right?
Yeah.
What's the word?
Procreate.
Yeah. So I'm obsessed with that. I love knowing the fact that I created this.
Okay.
Like, you know, how they're gonna look, how they're gonna be, the characteristics. So
You might be
I want-
might be an abuser.
I want many more children.
You low-key
You
have
do?
you low-key have glitter on your neck, and I'm not even gonna ask why.
It's probably from these janky ass Beat by Dre headphones.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it
It's
is.
Pride Month.
Shit.
Every time I think of glitter, I think of Pride.
This BET weekend showed me one thing. This show, now I think we gotten to the point where we need security.
Wait, you
need security.
Yeah, who's we?
You.
Look, let me put my disclaimer out there. This is Annie Ilonzeh, and I do not, okay? I do not approve this message.
Listen, Nelly rolled up on him one day and was clapping at him, calling him cat daddy, about to put the paws
Yeah, I
on
was
him.
thought I was gonna get slapped that day. No, but Diddy's house over BET weekend, right? So I go to Diddy's house. You were there.
Yeah.
You don't realize that I was dodging.
like 40 people
Is
in
that
the
why I
room.
couldn't see you? I'd be
Let me-
like, where did he go?
No, I was in the bushes.
Where did he go?
Here's the
I'm
deal.
not
Like
kidding.
Homer
I was-
Simpson.
They had, you know how they had can't stop, won't stop on the plane on the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can stop me and then you won't stop. I was hiding. I used to go to parties and just drink and walk through freely. I literally had 2 cocktails and the whole time I was standing by security.
How does that make you feel? Really,
You know,
though?
I will say that, like, part of me, because I somebody called me and said, "Do you want me to send you security?" I said, "No, I'm cool. I think I'm okay." But I think what it was for me was more of a challenge. It's sort of like Gladiator. I'm gonna try to get through this thing without falling in the pit, right?
David and Goliath.
Getting there with the lions.
Yeah, so I mean, I walked around and I spoke to everybody that I recognized that liked me, and the people that I thought may have a different feeling. I just didn't really say nothing to them.
I
And
was
then-
looking for you. You were dipping in. I would
Oh, I
look
was-
and see you, and then the next minute you were gone.
Had to keep
where
moving.
Did he go?
And then
Like
I ended up
fucking-
getting attacked by a lady. She says to me, "Let me use your phone." I said, "No." She said, "What?" And I go, "No."
You are not going to call London on my phone.
No,
Just listen to how.
she was from Gardena. She was probably gonna call like Neff and them. But I was like, "No, you can't use my phone." And so she went off on me, calling me faggot, screaming, yelling at the top of her lungs, and I was
At
just
Puff's
like,
house.
"I said, bitch,
That's
the answer's
crazy.
still no, bitch. You can't use the phone." So.
And that was it. Why? Why are you such
You
a
gonna know
savage?
who I am one day. I said, "Well, I probably saw you in one of the fields in one of them slave movies." before."
And the answer's still gonna be
wrong.
no.
Get your little dusty ass the fuck out of here, you fucking extra. Goddamn seat fillers.
Ooh, see, we took her seat though that day.
We did.
Hey man, you gonna stop talking about our black black people like that
Yeah,
today,
you are.
Jason.
Yeah, you
Call
are.
them dusty.
This is Annie Ilonzeh, and I do not approve that message either.
I don't feel like black people really support each other the way that they should. Not
I
even
agree.
just in this industry, just in general.
In general, I agree.
And I've said on the show, I think it goes all the way back to slave days and how one
Like
nigga could be in the
competition.
house. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's this thing where like, if you call me, you say, hey man, I really need to get at ASAP Rocky, and you have a viable opportunity for him, I have no problem calling him and saying, hey, so-and-so with so-and-so has an opportunity for you. I do it all the time. There's people I know that I'll say, hey, I need something. And even though the show's popping and we're out there and we're growing, they'll still be like, oh, you know, because they don't want you to make it more than them. I don't know that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's
Jewish people don't do that though. They
So-
support.
so listen.
each
Asian people
other,
don't do that.
Bring it up. Bring each other
So
up.
I said that. Was it on the show that I said that?
What?
Where I said something about most of my supporters, most of the people want to give me money, hiring me, booking me, doing things. They're all white. It's true. Ain't really a lot of black people. So many black people. I ain't gonna say their name. I was about to say their name. I go up to them. They know me. They've seen me over the years evolve. But now it's like, hey, can I be a part of what you're doing? Nah, we out of here now. Now I got the white boys behind me. We out of here.
Yeah.
What
But
is that?
we know we still I don't think we need to do that though. Well, we're like, oh, when I get there, I'm not gonna see. You're just continuing that cycle though, really, by
Damn,
being
that's
like,
deep.
nah, you can't come over here.
Tell
You're
him,
doing
Annie.
the same thing.
Wait,
You really, you know.
No, let me be clear. To the black people who've never done that to me, I will still help them.
Yeah, because they've never done it.
No, but
So-
the people who are in positions to help advance my interest and Hollywood Unlocked's interest that didn't help me before, fuck them. It ain't even about them being black. It's just about you are a hater.
that's gonna keep us. That's not gonna keep us progressing.
Because with
For
you
sure.
helping them may change their heart for them to treat others the same.
We have to
I
change
get
the
it.
cycle.
I get it. I know so many people like that's in my phone and with my projects. And I'm like, yo, bro, never ask for nothing. The second I ask for something, crickets. You know, and I never like to ask people for something. But I understand his POV and I understand your POV. But it's just one of those situations like,
It's like
You gotta change the
it's
cycle
I'm
somehow.
building my company, right? So today, before I got here in the chat room, I put our social media numbers and BuzzFeed social media numbers in a chat room. We're beating BuzzFeed on social media. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
now
That's
I have to
amazing.
focus on beating them online. Now that's a much harder task, but you know, I had to say I have to focus on running my race the best way that I can and not get caught up in the politics in the industry. So just to take away the antics for a minute, I don't believe I'm ever going to play that political game where you didn't believe in me before, and then when I'm hot, I will allow you to be a part of my movement.
I was
It
the
just
same
is
person
not.
before
Yeah,
I blew up.
because I feel like I'm still the guy that you call for help. I'm still the guy that was been around. You know, I'm smart. You know, I just don't feel like. And I don't really feel like that's a suppressing our black people thing. I feel it's just like if you're a hater or you're a non-believer, you can't get on the train. That's like saying that when you get to the gates of heaven, all of a sudden you want to believe in Jesus Christ so you could get in. Nah, nigga. The rules have been written. The process has been written to get here. You denied it all the way. Now you want to have the fruit of everybody else's labor in terms of working towards getting in heaven. Nah, take
We're
your
all
ass to
guilty
hell.
of it though. We are. Our community more than I think most. I wish it wasn't like that. You know, it's like what you said earlier when you were like, nah, get out of here. Background extra. You know, we don't
Dusty.
necessarily believe in them. Dusty, get your Dusty. And she's like, you don't believe in me. You don't know who I am. And you're Dusty, you know, but she
day.
could be the next biggest thing.
No, she's not.
And
She's
we,
not.
we have no
probably won't
love.
be.
We have
She
no
won't be.
love.
No, she's
Watch, woman,
You never
whoever you
know.
are out there, get out there and do your thing.
She's
and
probably
then come on the
she's
show.
probably sitting in front of Subway with a cup.
Okay, and
so-
hopefully she takes that $5 that she makes in Subway, flips that, turns it into 10, turns it into 1,000, and I want her.
She doesn't look like
I
she
want
can
her
count.
to be great.
She don't look like she can count.
She'll find a way. She will find. I have faith in her. I really do.
I love you.
I
don't.
do.
I
I do.
don't.
She's dusty and has and there's a lot of faith.
I don't.
that I have in that.
She didn't even have a cell phone.
I have faith in her too.
Do you?
Still,
Oh, really?
still, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Are you part of any nonprofit organization since you believe in helping the needy?
No, but I'm not kidding. I need to be.
Yeah, you really
Seriously.
should. Because
I need to make my
you have a
own.
bleeding heart. I mean, it's dripping all the way out the door.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Yeah, God bless you.
All the way out the door.
I love your energy.
Is that my cue?
No. Did you notice Issa Rae and how rude she was to the extra that was sitting in her seat?
I did. Yeah, I
do
did
not
see
tell
a
me
little
that.
funk.
Okay,
I did see that,
That is,
and I did try to
That's
give
a-
it the benefit of the doubt.
that's a perpetuating, like that's a situation that is following her.
But let me tell
Is
you.
it, so
let me,
is that
Yeah.
reputation right now that
Yeah.
we're hearing?
Let me set
because
the
I
scene.
did notice
Yeah.
that.
Sicily,
Yeah.
1942. I'm sitting in the seat next to Claudia, next to our co-conspirator, Annie.
Shout out
We're
to Annie Ilonzeh.
right in front of the chairman of BET. We're chilling. Third row center. We actually feel important at this point. Issa Rae comes off the stage. I don't know if she was mad because they introduced her as the girl from Blackish.
Yara.
So she was probably a little upset about that.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
walked over. She stood at the edge of the row with her hands down and she said, "Get him, please." And she was telling the extra to tap somebody in the seat. And the extra was confused at what she was saying. So finally they got the guy. And what did she say? She said, "You're in my seat."
Yeah, she was someone. I think one of the other seat fillers was like, "Oh, okay," was gonna get up, and she's like, "No, I mean him."
Yeah.
Him.
And then he got up and then she didn't even look at her, didn't acknowledge her, didn't say anything. You know, she could have said, "Hey, excuse me, sorry, that's my seat." I was like,
Don't
damn,
tell
that
me
was
this.
fucking cool. It was really disappointing. And my
Don't
friend
tell
is
me
her
this.
publicist, so it was a shame.
Well,
My whole thing is, look, we might be looked at really different, and that's just the bottom line. I think we are. Being black and also being a black woman that has your own, like that's her show. And so congratulations on that. That's major.
I would be a happy motherfucker though. I
But
would
you
be,
got a spotlight on you now. You know what I mean? So you almost have a duty. And it's like,
and you
to
never know
not
who's
be an
watching.
asshole.
yes, you have to you have a duty.
To
period.
be diplomatic and cool,
Yep.
at least fucking cool, but don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You know what really just grinds my gears is like when I've been to Will Smith's house twice to have dinner, and this is talking about somebody that's been in the game for 20 plus years, and himself
He's
is
one of the
most
kindest-
humblest
People ever.
Really?
Yeah.
ever. So what really boggles my mind is the new Hollywood.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the new Hollywood? Because you're very, very, very at ease, beautiful in the eyes, and you're humble. Like, how do you keep your humility?
I don't act like that.
She got manners.
Yeah. I mean, I'll call it how it is, but I feel like, I remember, and I still feel like every day, not every day, but I feel like it's still a struggle for me. And sometimes I don't feel like I am where I am. Like my friends have to remind me, like, are you kidding? You bought this and you've done this and look at your resume. And I'm still like, I still feel
More, you want more.
like, yeah, I still feel like I'm doing, co-stars and a background. I mean, I never did background, but sometimes I just still feel like I'm fighting that fight as if I am. And, and I know it can be taken away at any moment. I just remember that. I know that struggle. I know it back, 10 years ago, but I still feel like I'm in that now.
We still in the fight, still in the race.
Yeah. And like, why? The person that's getting your coffee and is a PA is the same person that will be hiring you at some point. Like, I do know that for a fact.
Yeah, there's that saying. There's like, be careful about the neck you step on because it could be attached to the ass you have to kiss tomorrow.
And can I just ride that wave?
Yes.
That was my point of what I'm saying, that for years I chose to be in the background. I chose to be the guy that did the connecting. I chose to be the guy that put people together. I chose to be that guy. Then there was a switch where I said, in order to really elevate my brand, I got to come out and be in the front. But now that I've made that switch, the tide has turned among those that have known me when I was in the background. I think some people still feel like you belong in the background. It's almost like where you're the server and now you're at the table, right?
Right.
And that is the mentality that I think is just, it permeates throughout our community more than it does white folks. I mean, and Jews, Russians, they have welcomed me in with open arms. We'll do anything to help you. I don't know if that's because they just want to have
It's
that
the
one
hair.
nigga friend or whatever. But whatever it is, that's the thing that bothers me. Or now that I am a part of the money team, or I'm walking around or going around with Floyd, I'll see different people who they react very different now.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I always say, no matter how successful we are, no matter how rich, no matter all the accolades, awards, I don't give a fuck about that. I do want an Emmy though.
You should get an Emmy.
I wrote
then.
my first scripted show.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's
Are
right
you
now.
shopping it around?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Is it
That's
WGA
amazing.
registered?
Huh?
Is it registered?
Of course.
Gotcha.
30 half hour or
It's an hour.
drama?
Well, it's an hour raunchy comedy.
Ooh,
Really raunchy.
those are good. So Netflix, or
Netflix,
cable.
HBO, yeah, definitely cable.
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
That's
You
amazing.
know, I'm trying, but anyway, okay.
That's
Well,
amazing.
where can people find you? What do they need to look for?
My Instagram is at Annie Ilonzeh. It's just my name, and that's my Facebook, and that's my Snapchat, and whatever else, Twitter. And then you can find me at a theater near you.
I know that's
Till
right.
death do us part.
September. Tay
Yes,
Diggs.
September with Tay and Steven.
Stephen Bishop.
Awesome.
Shout out to them.
Tell Tay Jason Lee said what up and stop wearing all these goddamn wigs.
Look, he's funny when he does that, okay? You let him be great. If he wants to put a wig on, put a wig on.
What do you
That's
think?
how I feel.
What do you think about him only liking white women?
look, my dad's black and he loves a white woman, and that's how I'm here. So I
Amen.
think that's beautiful. I think it is so stupid sometimes where we're like, you can't like that color because you're a different color. You know what I mean? Now I make fun of it. Yeah, I do. I'm like, he probably likes white girls. You know, that's funny. I mean, I'm not saying with Tay in particular. I'm saying any dude. But I think it's just so dumb to really be like, you have to shit on the fact that a black man likes a white woman. I do. I think it's dumb.
Can I give you one compliment before you leave? You have the prettiest lips ever.
Thanks.
My God.
And teeth.
Thank you.
He says the same about mine. Thanks for coming on the show. We're out of here.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.